So here is the situation. Sixers playing the Celtics. They're down 2, but they got possession of the ball and they're holding for the last shot with a chance to tie or win the game. My question to you is, who do you want shooting the ball? 18th pick in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Dallas still stinks. Everybody do can't think back here. So it's the day after the Sixers frenzy, in which they sign and trade Jimmy Butler, they bring back Tobias Harris, they sign Al Horford, a stinking Celtic. But it's the day after, and I want to talk about whether or not I feel better about everything that has happened since my initial video, which was really just raw reaction to something that was just going down at that moment. Now, I've had a chance to think a lot about this, and I still have mixed feelings. On one hand, I see what the Sixers are doing, especially from a defensive standpoint. I like the length that we have. I think we're going to be very good defensively, and I really liked it. I think that that's very, very important, and I do like it. And as far as Jimmy Butler goes, I'm a big Butler fan. I can't hide that. You guys have known since day one that we traded for him. I was I was so happy. I was on cloud 9, and then seeing everything that he did in the playoffs. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to let that go. I just can't turn that off. I like Jimmy Butler a lot. I really do. But the truth of the matter is, and I don't know this for sure, but it sounds more and more like Jimmy Butler did not want to play for the Sixers. He did not want to be with the Sixers. He wanted to be in Miami. He wanted to be, with his own team. And maybe, maybe he has his reasons. I don't know. I don't understand why he would not want to win. You have a chance to win a championship, but look, that's just me. There are also reports that the Sixers were not willing to offer him 5 years or 4 years, so you weren't going to keep him. And if the Sixers knew they were going to lose him, then they did the right thing, signing and trading. And I'm kind of accepting the fact that Jimmy Butler was not going to come back to the Sixers. He did not want to, and yeah, it makes me kind of feel a little bit better, knowing that, if that's the case. But I still hate losing Jimmy Butler. I do like Josh Richardson. I don't think he's Jimmy Butler, and I like the fact that Tobias Harris can go back to his natural position at the 3, which is where he did not play last year. So I think that that's going to be good. I think he's young. He's good. I never had a problem with Tobias Harris. I always liked Tobias Harris. I have no problem with him at all. But I still think Jimmy Butler is. I still think he's the better player. I do. But he is 30. And, I'm starting to understand this now. And it's sinking in. You know what I mean? And look, the Sixers are going to be good. They're going to be one of the top contenders in the Eastern Conference. I still think so. And as far as Al Horford, I know he's a good player. I know. But it's just that's it. When they come from the Celtics, there's just something in me that just hates the Celtics. So it takes me a while to adjust to him. But I really am happy that the Boston Celtics fans are flipping out that we got Horford. That makes me a little bit, I got to tell you, I like that. I like that a lot. You know what I mean? But, as I look at this team now, my biggest concern for the Sixers is who is the guy that is going to be your closer? Who's your closer? When it's the fourth quarter and you need a shot, who's the guy that you can count on? You know what I mean? That is the question I have, because before we knew it was Jimmy Butler. When you needed something big, it was Jimmy Butler. And now I don't know. And this is once again why I think Ben Simmons is such a key factor in all of this. The Sixers are expecting Ben Simmons to develop a shot and to be that guy. And I think he has to raise his game. And if he doesn't, it's going to be very disappointing, because if Ben Simmons develops, look, even if he gets mildly better this year and starts taking some shots, it'll be a big deal. It'll be a big improvement. But Ben Simmons has to develop. And I think the Sixers are really counting on the fact that he will. But the Sixers, I think they need outside shooting still. I still think they need scores. I want to know who's the guy that takes the big shot at the end. That's the question. We lost not only Butler, but we lost J.J. Redick. No more, him coming around, taking a handoff, pulling up, shooting those threes. We don't have that. I don't think we have a legitimate three-point shooter here. Horford can make some shots. Richardson's like 35%, so he's okay. He's average, I guess. But we need another three-point shooter. We need another scorer. I think we need another shooting guard. I do. So one of the guys that I think I would definitely take a look at is Danny Green. I would try to get Danny Green. Now everybody's saying that he is waiting to see what Leonard does. If Kawhi Leonard goes back to Toronto, then Danny Green wants to go back to Toronto. But if Leonard doesn't, then Danny Green's going to go somewhere else. And I think the Sixers need to jump ball on him if he becomes available, because him coming off the bench, a shooting guard coming off the bench would be huge for us. I think we need more shooters here, because that's my biggest fear with the Sixers right now. I think we're going to be great defensively. I think we're going to be long, and we're going to give teams problems defensively. But I want to know who's the closer, who finishes everything for us. Who's that guy that takes the big shot, the big outside shot when we need it? We had that with Butler, we had that with Redick. We don't have that now. So I think Danny Green is somebody that I would pursue definitely, without question. He would be my target right now. And here's something interesting to keep in mind. And I don't know if this could ever work. Maybe it could, maybe it couldn't. But reports are that D'Angelo Russell was traded to the Warriors. Now reports are that it's just a matter of time before the Warriors are going to trade D'Angelo Russell. Minnesota sounds like they're one of the favorites, and then they're going to get him and then try to trade Wiggins. But if I'm the Sixers, I would keep my eye on this, because if D'Angelo Russell becomes available in a trade, I might try to pursue it, because he would be a perfect guy to add to this team. Somebody who could shoot, with 3 seconds left in the game, 2 seconds left. He could be your closer. He's a good shooter. So he's somebody to keep in mind if the Warriors start shopping him around. They may not do it until during the season at some point. So it just depends. But all reports are that the Warriors are going to trade D'Angelo Russell. It's just a matter of when. If I'm the Sixers, I keep my eye on that. But in the meantime, I would pursue Danny Green. I would go after him. And if the Sixers can get Danny Green, I think that would be huge for us. Because like I said, I think we need some shooting guards. We need some guys that can be the closer. And hopefully Ben Simmons can develop a shot. But I do feel better the next day a little bit about everything that happened. I still, I like Jimmy. It's going to take me some time. But if he didn't want to be here, then oh well. I don't want a guy to be on a team that doesn't want to be on the team. So Sixers did what they have to do. I think we're going to be one of the contenders again in the East. And, it's settling in now. Now let's go out and get a shooter. Let's get some guys that can shoot and get a closer. And hopefully Ben Simmons is practicing his shot. Tell me what you guys think. I'll be back later today with the Eagles video. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.